Welcome to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with Rebecca Hall-Gruyter. In our program each week, we provide the tools, ideas, and encouragement to help you move ahead on your journey, becoming a more powerful and impactful woman in your own life. Now here's your host, Rebecca Hall-Gruyter.
Welcome, everyone. I hope that you're having an amazing day. Excited to be connecting in with you. And I'm excited about our subject matter today. We're going to talk about how your mindset impacts your wellness, how you look at things, how you think about things, those things that you say to yourself that maybe you never say to anybody else, but inside you're saying to yourself, how is that showing up in your life? How is it supporting you? Or perhaps maybe there's something there that's blocking you. So we're really going to talk about how your mindset impacts your wellness. And this is wellness in all areas of your life. It could be financial, it could be a relationship, business, personally, your health, spiritually. How is the way you are thinking about things, approaching things, affecting your wellness in all of those areas? Isn't that a great subject? I'm excited. We've got two amazing experts that I know you're going to appreciate meeting. Be excited about a project they have coming up. We're going to get kind of the inside scoop on that. And we'll get to tap into some of their amazing brilliance and perspectives in this area. Oh, welcome, everybody. I'm very excited and looking forward to what we're going to discover today on our conversation, our journey. And to get the most out of our time together today, I want to invite you to choose to be present, to pause, to take a deep breath in through your nose, all the way to your toes. Wiggle your toes, make sure they're getting oxygen, and then out through your mouth, like through a straw. So important to pause, to breathe, to choose to be present. This gives you the opportunity to actually slow down and hear what's bubbling up. Sometimes we're moving so fast, we can't hear what's inside ourselves. We can't hear others. We can't take it in because we're so busy doing the next thing and the next thing. So today, thank you for leaning in. This is our gift to you, is this time of connection and presence and being poured into. You don't have to do anything. You get to receive. So breathing, bringing in that supportive oxygen, breathing out, releasing what no longer serves, giving you room and space to receive more. In fact, let's start with that. Let's take one more breath. As you're doing so, close your eyes. You're absolutely safe. Put both hands on your heart. Take a moment to be, to breathe, to feel that heart beat. And as you do so, what is it saying to you? What is your heart whispering, wanting you to know, wanting to encourage you with, remind you of? As you think about wellness and mindset, what do you need today? It will encourage you, empower you. What do you mean reminded of? See what bubbles up. Beautiful. Let's take another big breath. Lots of oxygen today. Open your eyes. Become fully present. And I notice as I do that, I have a smile on my face, that taking a moment to pause and breathe feels so good. And to connect with my heart and listen is so powerful and encouraging and inspiring. And what is it that you need today to encourage you, to support you? Take a moment and write it down. Let's make it real. Not just swirling around in you, but let's start to interact with it. And as you're writing down what it is that you need today, real time, add in that you're willing to receive, because you have choice. See if that shifts a little bit. What you need, not the how, what you need. Let's identify what. Today, we're hoping to help you with the how. Beautiful. So as we go through our time together today, keep that top of mind. Keep that paper in front of you. Write down those thoughts, those things that bubble up that are supportive of you, that you can start to implement in your life real time. Not someday, but real time. Integrate it. We'll give you pauses and times throughout the show to let you process and start to implement these things in your life as we gather together. Beautiful. So as we're pausing, as we're connecting in mindfully and purposely, I'd love to bring on our amazing guests. And I'd love to start with you, Tara. Can you share what was laid on your heart when you took a moment to stop, pause, and listen?
Thank you so much for having us on. That was very powerful. Oftentimes it's hard to stop ourselves and take that pause. And so I honestly have a smile on my face too, because that was just a powerful exercise, and I appreciate it because it really does just bring you back to the center point of being present, and that is a place sometimes where it's tough to find that, and I appreciate that exercise. So thank you.
You are welcome, and I love that you're smiling too, and that it served you. I know it served myself as well. I love that. Thank you. And Nina, I'd love for you to share what was laid on your heart, or what did you experience?
I will piggyback on Tara of thanking you, Rebecca, for having us today, and I will tell you that staying present, being grateful, and excited for the future is what came up for me.
I love that. Present, excited, grateful, beautiful. And I think that's very timely, especially with what you guys are doing together. And we're going to be sharing about a little bit later. What a beautiful place to be in and perspective. So I love that. Thank you. Listeners, how about you? What was laid on your heart when you stopped and listened? And as Nina has shared and Tara has shared, how has that added to what you're experiencing, feeling, listening, hearing, discovering? How powerful being present can be if we allow it, and how supportive. Well, as we get ready to go to our first commercial break, I hope that you're smiling too, and that you enjoy these 2 minutes. I encourage you to choose to stay present. Resist that urge to multitask, cross things off the list. No, this is your time. You get to be, and we'll continue our conversation in just 2 minutes.
Follow Voice America at Facebook.com/Voice America for juicy updates from your favorite radio shows and podcasts.
Announcing a powerful new TV channel featuring programs designed to enhance and transform your life. Make powerful connections, one program at a time. And by doing so, we can bring transformation to the world. Tune in each week to Empowered Connections TV as we add new programs to help you make empowered connections of your own. Visit empoweredconnectionstv.com. That's empoweredconnectionstv.com. And make the most of an incredible life transformation.
Voice America programs are now available on your favorite connected device, including Amazon, Alexa, and Google Home. Through streams with Apple Podcasts, TuneIn, and iHeartRadio, listening to your favorite show is as easy as saying the show name followed by the word podcast.
Hey, Alexa, play Finding Your Frequency podcast.
If that doesn't work, try adding on TuneIn or on iHeartRadio or on Apple Podcasts.
Rebecca Hall Gruyter's Speaker Talent Search is looking for speakers wanting to get on more stages. With just one audition, you could open the doors to hundreds of speaking opportunities, reach more people, and expand your impact. Finalists get to audition live in front of leaders looking to fill all kinds of speaking opportunities. Apply now at SpeakerTalentSearch.com. That's SpeakerTalentSearch.com. We look forward to hearing your message.
You
It's your world. Motivate, change, succeed. VoiceAmericaEmpowerment.com.
You're listening to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with your host, Rebecca Hall-Gruyter. If you have a question or comment for Rebecca or her guest, we'd love to hear from you. Please call into the program at 1-888-346-9141. That's 1-888-346-9141. You may also send an email to Rebecca at yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. Now back to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed those 2 minutes as you chose to pause and breathe and be. And we opened our conversation today talking about mindset. And I let you know we have our two amazing experts you got to hear from in a heart space as we opened the show. And I wanted to take a moment and more formally introduce them one by one. So, you know, a little bit, just a snapshot of their background. You can certainly read all the details, which I encourage and invite you to do so in the information we share out about the show. But I wanted to give you a little snapshot of them and have them share this beautiful book and project that they are working on and why and what it's expected to do in the world and how we can be a part of that. So I'm really excited to have them share a little bit about who they are and a project that they are coming together to bring to the world. So I'm going to start with Nina. So Nina is a seasoned mindset expert and nonprofit executive. She is a speaker and a #1 international best-selling author. She has a decade of nonprofit and leadership experience, and she is passionate about your personal growth, resilience, and success. Please lean in. Warmly welcome the powerful and dynamic Nina DeAngelo. Welcome. Welcome. My hands are raised. We can feel that awesome. As we welcome you to. Oh, love it, love it, love it. The virtual stage. I love it. I wanted to start with, as we're getting to know you and share out today, why? Why is this work that you do around mindset in particular, why is that personally so important to you?
It's a personal mission of mine because I mean, like a lot of other people out there, and some don't share this, I was in a very dark place not too long ago in my life, a few years back, where I just finally came to the point where I was like, is this all life has to offer? Something's got to give. And so then I started to seek out what that something was for me.
And as you went on that journey, and thank you for entrusting us with this part of your story, because you're right. Sometimes we just see the bright, shiny parts. We don't see the other. And sure. What helped you come out of that to such a place that now you're reaching out and helping others?
I had such just a profound transformational journey of my own, learning about neuroscience and learning about how we speak to ourselves and the internal dialogue that goes on a daily basis. That it was such a turning point for me that I was like, man, if this has helped me in this space the way it has, who else can I help in this space?
I love that. Thank you for sharing. Who else can I help? I love that. And help them with the same things that helped you climb out of that space and step forward to such a place that you're shining and powerfully impacting so many people in so many different places. And one of the ways that I know you're doing that is a project that you and Tara are working on. I'd love for you to share what this project is and what you're hoping it does in the world.
Awesome. It is a powerful book. It's an anthology, so it is a collaboration of stories of 41 different women who have reached a point in their life where they realized that they had to make a decision. They were at a decision point, and so they talk about where they were at when that decision came apparent to them and what they did to move themselves through that.
And what is the title?
The title of the book is Still Perfectly Imperfect. It is the second edition to a book that we did last year. And we're super excited that we were able to actually find enough women and have enough interest on the platform that we were able to actually produce a second book.
So exciting. I love it. Thank you for sharing. And what a gift to the world to have 41 women coming together and being willing to share that part of that journey, that critical or that important decision, how they made it and how they navigated through. I mean, we can learn so much from that. So very, very exciting. And when is this book coming out? Because I know it's not out yet. I know the first one in the anthology series is. So when is the second one coming out so we can put it on our calendars?
Yeah, the second one is going to launch on June 27th, just 4 little weeks away, maybe a little over 4 weeks.
Just around the corner, though.
Coming up. It is around the corner in our world, for sure. So June 27th, make sure you mark your calendars.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you. And as this book goes out into the world, do you have an intention, a vision, something you want to see happen on what, kind of your why for doing it and bringing it forward?
Yeah, absolutely. My strongest why, I have multiple whys, but my strongest why is I want this book to possibly be a blueprint for other women, men, the same, but mostly women, that may be in a point in their life where they're just uncertain and they're not sure. And one of the stories in that book is going to resonate with them and help hopefully guide them through where they're at to get them to the other side.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate it. I'm excited. I definitely have it on my calendar. We're going to be helping share that out. We're very honored to be part of this. And listeners, we like to let you know this is coming so you can put it on your calendar, because when the book is released, that first 24 to 48 hours, there is a special rate of $1.99, but it's time sensitive. So you want to make sure you're putting it on your calendar. You're watching for it. We'll be posting and sharing out. But what an amazing tool to be able to add to your resources in your toolbox, and so encouraging and supportive. Thank you, Nina, for sharing. I'm very excited.
No, you're welcome. Thank you.
Absolutely. Now, I want to bring Tara on too. Tara is also part of it. They're collaborating together to bring this amazing project forward. And I want to just introduce her so you know a little bit about Tara. She is a #1 international bestselling author, an empowerment and transformation coach who specializes in focusing on mindfulness and kind of that inner chatter to help you in business, personal, health spaces. She is passionate about helping you transform and achieve your goals. Please lean in, warmly welcome the powerful and inspiring Tara Hurst to the show. Welcome.
Thank you so much. I can see your hands up in the air from here.
I love it. Beautiful. Well, welcome. And I wanted to ask some similar questions to get your perspective as well. So one, I'd love to start with why. Why is the work that you do around mindfulness and that inner chatter, why is that personally so important to you?
I think for me, I know for me that the passion really stems from my personal journey and how long I spent in those spaces where I really did feel like, is this as good as it gets? And then the beautiful thing is once you know, that there is so much more out there. And for me, it really comes down to once I personally experienced the difference, I wanted to be able to share that with others.
I love that. And it's true. Once you know, you can't unknow. And you can move forward in such powerful ways. I love that. Oh, thank you for sharing. And I love that as you realized there was so much more that is possible and could be possible, that you're now helping others do that as well. And I'm curious why Nina leaned into this project and book, and I'd love to know why it called to you. And both of you are in this leadership position, leading 41 authors as they come together to share that important transformational moment and journey that they went on. Why this book? Why did it call you?
This project has really been on my heart because it really is a roadmap, a survival guide of sorts for others. So many of us feel that we're alone or that no one understands or, we really, struggle seeing a way out of whatever situation. And so it really called to me that, that there were these women that found a voice and they found a platform to be able to share their experiences, to really just shine that light through the cracks, to just show others like there is a way out of that. You're not stuck in that particular situation. And so that's truly why I was called to this and felt it on my heart to really allow those people a voice.
Beautiful. And as this book goes out into the world and you have that on your heart, what you're hoping happens, and both for the co-authors who've leaned in to be part of this, as well as for the reader who will be leaning into adding this to their library, what do you hope it does in the world? What do you hope it does in their life?
My goal is that it just creates this enormous ripple. We can all just stand there and throw a rock out and it only goes so far. My goal is that this book will continue to inspire so many people, generations. That with the last launch, we saw that happening. One person in the family bought the book, and then they were passing it on to their sister, their daughter, their mother. That is our goal, is that this just light, just creates this light and just sends it out just like a giant lighthouse.
Beautiful. I love that. And it just continues to be like a torch passed on and on and on as we light up the world with this information and generations in the family. I just love that. Beautiful. As we're getting closer and we're just it's just around the corner, as Nina and I were talking about earlier, the launch date, is there something bubbling up in you that you're like, oh my goodness, I can't wait until this happens or they discover this? Is there something like that kind of bubbling up for you?
Do you mean what the reader discovers?
Yes, a reader. It could also be an author participating. It can be both.
I think for me, I want to say it's that aha moment to where they actually just maybe realize something about themselves or see themselves in something. Honestly, just to find that strength and that maybe the switch from fear to faith or whatever that means to them, where they are able to finally just step out of that comfort zone to seek the growth that they're looking for.
Beautiful. I can hear your passion in that and your excitement. So I love it. I love it. Now, what date is the book being released? And I'd love to give the title again.
Still Perfectly Imperfect, and it's going to be released on June 27th.
Perfect. Well, we are very, very excited. And listeners, I hope as you're taking note, one, you're adding June 27th to your calendar. So you're watching and excited about what is coming. You get to hear from it first, but also the excitement and the consistency we're hearing about, that those dark moments being turned into just this powerful transformation that's creating what an amazing impact. I mean, it's striking me as I'm listening to what they're bringing forward is that they had this moment in their life that was dark and heavy and hard or stuck feeling, and moved through it. And they've moved through it in such a way, not only have they been able to transform their lives, but now they're helping others do the same. And they're helping groups of people and bringing that wisdom forward and leading it to touch as many lives and hearts as possible, and bringing a book project forward. And they brought one forward last year, the first book in this series, and now they're leaning in to bring a second. And to me, this is really inspiring on a personal level. What are some things that we could do? Let's look at our mindset. What are some things that we could be or do that perhaps looking with a different perspective at those hard moments, at those challenging moments, how is it for you? How has what you've discovered or learned, or if you look back at a moment like that you've shifted forward, how can you share that wisdom and life learned in a way that makes a difference. Don't keep it secret. We go through these things and we can learn and we can share and make the path easier. And that vision that Tara has about the lighthouse lighting up around the world, how can we start to do that? And I think a great step is tapping into resources like this to encourage us, to support us, to look at different perspectives and mindsets that have navigated through moments like that. We are getting ready to go to our next commercial break. And as we do so, I want you to really think about what Nina and Tara have shared. Absolutely put June 27th on your calendar. And when we come back, we're going to dig a little bit more into each of their amazing areas of expertise. We'll look forward to continuing our conversation in just 2 minutes.
A little birdie told me Voice America is on X. Follow us at Voice America TRN.
Rebecca Hall Gruyter's Speaker Talent Search is looking for speakers wanting to get on more stages. With just one audition, you could open the doors to hundreds of speaking opportunities, reach more people, and expand your impact. Finalists get to audition live in front of leaders looking to fill all kinds of speaking opportunities. Apply now at SpeakerTalentSearch.com. That's SpeakerTalentSearch.com. We look forward to hearing your message.
Have you become a member yet? Sign up now to become a member of Voice America. It's always free and easy. Plus, you get to take advantage of some great member benefits. Get unlimited access to millions of hours of on-demand content across all of our channels. Keep track of your favorite episodes, shows, and hosts in your own customizable library. Find out what shows you might be interested in based on your favorites. Plus, you get insider access with our newsletter. Membership gives you more. Sign up at voiceamerica.com and click Register at the top right.
Announcing a powerful new TV channel featuring programs designed to enhance and transform your life. Make powerful connections, one program at a time. And by doing so, we can bring transformation to the world. Tune in each week to Empowered Connections TV as we add new programs to help you make empowered connections of your own. Visit empoweredconnectionstv.com. That's empoweredconnectionstv.com. And make the most of an incredible life transformation.
It's your world. Motivate, change, succeed. VoiceAmericaEmpowerment.com.
You're listening to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter. If you have a question or comment for Rebecca or her guest, we'd love to hear from you. Please call into the program at 1-888-346-9141. That's 1-888-346-9141. You may also send an email to Rebecca at yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. Now back to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed those 2 minutes and that opportunity to be present and really reflect on, integrate, breathe in those things that are supportive to you. And one of the things I wanted to share today, we have a special share when I discover a product or a tool that I find positive and empowering and supportive. I love to share that information. So in a moment, I'm going to have our team play a share from me about a product that I recently discovered. And I was thinking about it as we were beginning the show, and we were smiling, and I hope that you're hearing that in our voice. And I think those smiles and connections are so important in all that we do. And this particular product is so beautifully supportive of our smiles. So team, I'd love for you to play the share. I'm really excited to share something I have discovered. I have found that sometimes my lips are dry. I struggle with dry lips, and I find as a speaker and as a host that it's really important to have lips that are moist and plump. And so I'm really excited about a solution that I have discovered. It's an all-in-one solution for thinning lips, keeping all-day hydration with ultra high shine, which is beautiful as a speaker. I want that high shine. So if you're anyone that has struggled with dry lips, I'm excited to share this solution with you. It's called City Lips. So if you're looking to have no dry or chapped lips, full and plump lips, beautiful ingredients like hyaluronic acid and peptides, really excited to encourage you to lean in. So if you want fuller and plumper lips with City Lips, shop citybeauty.com. I get to share with you a 15% off site-wide with the code EMPOWERING. So if you go to citybeauty.com, you get a 15% off site-wide using the code EMPOWERING. That's EMPOWERING. And they even have a 60-day money-back guarantee policy. So I encourage you, lean in, take advantage of this beautiful product to help you have moist, plump, full lips. I was excited listening to the share. So that was a dramatic pause. But I was just sharing that I love this particular product. And I even did a little sample with my husband. I said before and after. And he liked the after. I mean, he always loves me. But definitely could see a difference. So I'm excited about it. I hope it's something that you all check out and enjoy as well. Now, as we come back, I wanted to continue our conversation with our amazing guests as we look at how our mindset really impacts our wellness in all areas of our life. So I wanted to start with Tara here today as we dig into your specialty a little bit more. Why did you start wellness coaching? Why is this something that became important to you that you do and bring forward? And how has it changed your life and those that you have the opportunity to work with?
Wellness coaching is just so important to me just simply because of my own personal journey. It does. It goes back to the once you know, you know. And now that I'm in a space where I am worlds away from where I was, and I feel better, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. It's something that I really hope that others seek as well. And so it changes my life that it allows me to stay immersed in it. I stay present, coaching others. They're my mirrors. And so therefore, when I work with them, I see myself. And it allows me to surround myself with others who keep me in the game, I guess. And so it's this journey never ends, and so working with others really does. It benefits me as much as it does them.
Beautiful. I love that. And isn't that beautiful that what you do also brings that into your life? I love that. Just amazing to have that support and that mirror. And I always think that's high accountability. Walk in the talk. We got to do it. And we get to stand in that place for ourselves and for others. And I'm curious, because you've seen such dramatic changes in your life in so many different areas, and you're getting to help others have that as well. Is there an aha moment you kind of go back to or see, or a breakthrough moment that continues to inspire you and help you continue to step forward as you look back?
I think for me, the aha moment, it happened in the fall of 22, and it really was. There was a time where the universe decided to slow me down, and when you slow down, you're able to actually hear your thoughts, and it just. I fell into I was made for more, and I was just really unsettled where I was, and so then it was attempting to figure out, so how do I get out of this fear? How do I get out of the comfort zone? And so really that aha moment just became when I gave people around me the permission to help push me out of that comfort zone.
So that team and that... Oh, say that again. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, I apologize. I said I wasn't going to do it on my own. So giving them the permission was just a really instrumental time.
Beautiful. I love that. So having that support and allowing them to have that kind of intimacy almost in your life, that they had permission to help you in that way step forward, made such a difference. That accountability and that helping you support getting out of the comfort zone, because that's really hard to do. It's comfortable, it's familiar, it's safe. It's hard to step out of that. And I think getting that support is so important. If there's someone listening today that is perhaps feeling stuck or unsettled with where they are right now, and they're looking for, I want to step forward, I want to step out of this, but it is scary or it is feeling huge, do you have a piece of advice or tip that you would give them?
Well, the biggest thing, though, is fear is a liar. And the stories that we create in our heads are so much bigger, and they're just really not real. My suggestion is to reach out to someone who is living that life, who's modeling it, who they see, and just ask them, just get in their circle, find a tribe, surround themselves, because, with health, it's not, everyone thinks it's what you eat. It's not. It's who you surround yourself with. It's who you allow to speak into you. It's the conversations you have in the dark with yourself. And so the only real way to get out of that, the hamster wheel of sorts, is to put your foot in it and stop it. And sometimes that takes, reaching your hand out and asking someone, who has walked that journey before to, just help them get started. And that is the hardest step. It really is. It's that first one to ask, because here's the thing, if we were going to do it, do it ourselves, we would have done it by now.
Yep. Well, I love it. Fear is a liar. It's emotion. It's not always danger. And that looking for those who can speak into you and paying attention to who's speaking into you and who you allow to surround who you allow in your life, in your circle, to surround you and speak into you. Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate it. Great advice. Now, Nina, I'm excited to have you share as well. And I wanted to start with why NLP. I know you mentioned it briefly in an earlier segment. I'd love for you to explain what is NLP for people who don't know. It might be a new area for them. And what is it and why? Why is it helpful?
Yeah, so NLP is neuro-linguistics programming, and it basically is pattern of speech that you have internally and externally with others and how you communicate it. So it's, for me, it's just a new way of thought. Like we're born and we're born into our families and we're brought up with a certain way of thinking through things because that's what we're taught. And this is just a different way of thinking.
And how does looking at how we're thinking and becoming more aware of it and perhaps shifting it, why is that important?
Yeah, and I think you just hit the nail on the head. It's that awareness piece. It's, are your current thoughts intrusive, or are they feeding your soul and lifting you up to that next level that you want to go to in life? Those are two very important things to be aware of, is, are you speaking into your soul? Or are you allowing, some toxic stuff in that may be holding you back?
And just an example, because I feel like this is like a sneaky area sometimes for people, because I find sometimes this is my perspective on it, and I'd love your thoughts on it, that I feel like we're really good at lifting others up. When we have the heart to do that, we can see the brilliance in people, the beauty, we can reflect that back to them. We can share that, we can encourage them. But sometimes when we stop and listen to what we're saying to ourselves inside, we talk to ourselves in a way we would never, ever talk to someone we love.
Yeah,
and we can.
100%. That is 100% accurate. And like you said, the mirror, like Tara said earlier, the mirror, when it's easy to hold your mirror up for someone else and root them on, take that mirror and turn it towards self. It becomes super difficult because it's so hard for us to be able to look at ourselves and really, really understand us for who we are and move ourselves out of a space that may not be serving us. And that's, like Tara said, find yourself a tribe that can help you do that in a space of love and understanding and the grace and compassion that goes along with that, and start moving yourself out of that space.
Beautiful. I love that. And to know that we can, and we can get that support, and we can shift how we are talking to ourselves, and it'll shift from the inside out. And one of the terms you use sometimes when you describe yourself and you describe the work that you do is that you're an architect for success. Can you explain what that means?
Sure. So I kind of think the word coach is overused. And it's also it's a non-regulated industry. So there's nothing that says, you know, you've gone to this college, now you're this coach, this life coach, right? So I like to say that I'm an architect of success because the tools that I have, that I've learned and that I've deployed in my own life, and now that I can share with my clients and with the world, it kind of changes, if you will, the architecture of what they've been taught from birth to now, to kind of move and change and upgrade, if you will, the thought process and how you're handling things.
I love it. I love it. And then it really describes what you do. And I also like, because as we learn this tool, as you help the people you work with, they get to restructure how they think, what they do, what they're telling themselves, and become that creator of their success. I love it. Beautiful. So I wanted to ask that similar question too, from your perspective, your area of expertise. If there's somebody listening right now that is stuck and struggling, and as they realize, oh, I do talk to myself like that, they're right. What is a tip, a piece of advice? I love that. Turn that mirror back on yourself. But what's another tip or tool that can help in that moment move forward in a positive, powerful way?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, we haven't really said the word yet, and I'm going to throw it out there. It's the V word, the vulnerable, right? Mm-hmm. You have to be vulnerable to be able to look at yourself and say, hey, maybe I'm not such a nice person in this space, or to myself, or to my kids, or to my family, or whatever that, fill in the blank, whatever that is for you. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Vulnerability is the first step in recognizing that change. Basically, I don't want to say has to happen, because nothing ever has to happen, but you're choosing. You're making a choice, and you're becoming vulnerable to change the things that maybe aren't ideal in your life, so that they do realign and become ideal in your life for where you want to go.
I love that. And that reminder of choice, because I think sometimes we can always feel, I don't have a choice, I have to, and it's not true. We have choice. And can choose. But being real, being vulnerable with ourselves, and really taking a look, not just how we want it to be, but how are we in this? Where do I want to shift or change? And to know that we can is really empowering. But it does take that vulnerability and looking at, I do need and want that to shift. Oh, beautiful. Well, thank you, Nina. I appreciate it. We are getting ready to go to our next commercial break. As we do so, listeners, I want you to think about these tips that are being shared with us. How can we add that to our toolbox? How can we take a moment and perhaps listen and see, is there a disconnect somehow from what we're sharing with others, how we hold that up for them versus how we're holding it up for ourselves? Perhaps there's an area we're looking for additional support. Let's take a moment. It starts with awareness and check in. And we'll continue our conversation in just 2 minutes.
Voice America is on LinkedIn. Connect with us today.
Announcing a powerful new TV channel featuring programs designed to enhance and transform your life. Make powerful connections, one program at a time. And by doing so, we can bring transformation to the world. Tune in each week to Empowered Connections TV as we add new programs to help you make empowered connections of your own. Visit empoweredconnectionstv.com. That's empoweredconnectionstv.com. And make the most of an incredible life transformation.
You need to live up to your full potential. You've heard that for years, but now there's a channel to help you get there. Introducing the Voice America Empowerment Channel. Our listeners have told us that they want to be motivated, hear about success stories, and positive encouragement around the clock. And we've responded to you. The Voice America Empowerment Channel is the home of the world's top life coaches, entrepreneurs, and success experts. Listen to the Voice America Empowerment Channel. It's here at voiceamericaempowerment.com.
Rebecca Hall Gruyter's Speaker Talent Search is looking for speakers wanting to get on more stages. With just one audition, you could open the doors to hundreds of speaking opportunities, reach more people, and expand your impact. Finalists get to audition live in front of leaders looking to fill all kinds of speaking opportunities. Apply now at speakertalentsearch.com. That's speakertalentsearch.com. We look forward to hearing your message.
Find out what makes the most successful people tick. Keep listening to the Voice America Empowerment Channel. voiceamericaempowerment.com.
You're listening to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter. If you have a question or comment for Rebecca or her guest, we'd love to hear from you. Please call into the program at 1-888-346-9141. That's 1-888-346-9141. You may also send an email to Rebecca at yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. Now back to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed those 2 minutes and that opportunity to check in and see and maybe have an additional awareness as you reflect back on the conversation. And what I want to encourage you is you have this moment that you're pausing, you're looking inward, you're kind of doing a check-in and seeing where you are in this as you take in this information. Remember to be extra kind and loving to yourself as you become more and more vulnerable to yourself. Tender hands, really hold that space lovingly and beautifully like you would for a friend. It takes great courage to face ourselves. It takes great courage to be vulnerable and open and consider shifting in an area. And I think it's so important that we remind ourselves of that as we're doing it and that we build that support in. Have those resources. It's not a journey to go on your own. And I'm going to have Tara and Nina share their contact information. You feel a resonance with them, connect in, get that support, allow them to pour into you. Lean into book 1 that they've shared. I'll have them share the title of that. Book 2 that they brought forward and are bringing forward to release on June 27th, in case anyone's missing that on their calendar. But really lean into these things. Allow support in. Because together we can just go to those places we're wanting to go and we don't have to do it on our own. That's a myth. So I just want to remind you as you're being vulnerable to be kind and to be willing to allow support in. With that, Tara, I'd love to start with you. If you could share your contact information, that would be amazing.
Sure. I can be found on Facebook. Obviously, that is probably where I'm most active, and so it's Tara Life Hurst on Facebook. My website, www.coachtarahurst.com, and I can also be reached by email, which is coachtarahurst@gmail.com.
Beautiful. And what is the title of book 1?
Perfectly Imperfect.
Beautiful. I know we can find that on Amazon as well. So I'm thinking people are like, okay, I've got book 2 on my calendar, but I'm ready for book 1. So I want to make sure they know about it and can lean in. And thank you for sharing your contact information. I appreciate it. Nina, I'd love for you to share as well your contact information and then the title of book 2.
Sure. So much like Tara, I'm probably the most active on Facebook, and you can find me as Nina Demand DeAngelo on both Facebook and Instagram. You can email me. It's nina@dynamicshiftconsulting.com. Or you can DM me through those platforms as well. So that's really the best way to kind of contact me as far as that goes. And the name of the second book is still Perfectly Imperfect.
I love it. We get to continue on the journey of being perfectly imperfect. I love it. Beautiful. Thank you. Oh, I'd like to do one more supportive activity for all of us today as we're coming together. We've paused, we've been present, we've integrated and brought in those things that are supportive of us. I'm going to have each of our experts share one final thought or tip that we get to take with us as we get ready to go back out into the world. So with that, Nina, what's a final thought or tip you'd like to share?
Yeah. So if you're in a space in your life right now where you're not happy, you have spinning thoughts, you're just really in a bad place, you're not alone. Know that first and foremost. There is a whole tribe of us out here who would love to take you into our fold, give you that space of love and compassion and understanding while you seek to become a better individual. So please reach out to someone. If it's not to me, if it's not to Tara, if it's not to Rebecca, please reach out to someone because help is there and we're so willing to give it.
Beautiful. Thank you. But it does take you reaching out. No mind reading here.
Correct.
We don't know if you don't reach out. So yeah, thank you. Beautiful. Thank you. Find that right place. Tara, final tip, thought, wisdom?
I think I want to leave you just with the thought that if you can dream it, you can dream it possible. And so if ever you're feeling stuck, it's really not, there is no such thing as stuck. It's comfortable. And even if that comfort is icky and smelly and yucky, it's yours and it's all you know. So I just highly encourage, just like Nina just said, reach out to someone who is willing, who has walked the walk, who can extend their hand, and help you on a path to just find your way out of that ick, to find your way out, to seek that growth that, is causing that unsettledness inside of you, which, is what is driving you to want to get out of that comfort zone.
Beautiful. Thank you. Because we have that choice. We can choose. And that's a step. Reaching out for help is a step. Beautiful. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. We don't have to stay in the ick. That's a great way to describe it. We can step out and we can get support. Listeners, I want to thank you all for leaning in. Nina, Tara, thank you for joining and pouring in so richly to our beautiful listeners. I'm so grateful. Listeners, you're very, very welcome. And listeners, I want to thank you for tuning in, for allowing us to have this time with you and pour into you. And I want to encourage you, as our time together comes to a close, carve out a few minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 10 minutes, to stop, pause, breathe, and feel in what is an aha moment or 1 to 2 things you're going to take action on or become or do starting now, not tomorrow, not someday, starting now as a result of our conversation today. Give yourself those few minutes, then choose how you're going to step forward in the day because you are a gift. There's no one else in the world just like you. And in fact, you are absolutely needed for such a time as this. So I'm going to invite you to resist shrinking back. Instead, stretch forward. Let the world see you. That's the biggest difference we can make is by sharing, giving, bringing forward more of you. So as you go forward, I hope that you choose to bloom where you're planted and shine. Share out the gift of you. Have an amazing week, everyone, and I'll look forward to talking to you next time.
Thank you for joining us this week for Empowering Women, Transforming Lives. Please tune in again for another edition with your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter, next Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 10 a.m. Pacific, on the Voice America Empowerment Channel, with a replay on Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern and 1 p.m. Pacific on the Voice America Variety Channel. Have a beautiful week, and may you always bloom where you're planted and shine.